There we go. Hello, everybody. This is Toys R Us, and welcome to my monthly live. As I say, this is something that I do monthly. There's already a few of you in the chat. I've already got a message from Pete, but I'd still like to give him a little bit of a shout out anyway. Sorry you're not too well, buddy. But thanks for dropping a message in the chat already saying that you're not going to be in it. So he's always in the chat. He's such a nice chap. And yeah, it's a shame that obviously you're not too well. So nice to see everybody else. I know Windcharge is there. I know Daz is there. I know Brandon's there, but he's not writing anything out yet. So I'll just let everybody else start to join. You'll have to excuse my incredibly messy hair and incredibly messy room because I'm still nowhere near caught up with anything. Scourge's Optimus Prime, nice to have you on here as well, pal. I don't think I've had you in a live stream before, so that's nice to have you there. You'll have to again excuse me and you'll have a laugh at me because I've got my primitive iPad here, but of course I've got, there's Brandon, that's what we're after. I was going to say, yeah, I've got obviously the wheel of names to do the draw later on, which should be fun. So just for those of you who are unaware, I do a monthly, what's the word I'm on about? I do a monthly draw for channel members. So all the channel members are listed here. And indeed, okay, I'll answer that, no problem, Tara. Sorry, Scourge is Optimus Prime. My favourite is Scorponok from Generation 1. And the reason why it's Scorp, that's just my best memories as a child. I had Optimus, I had Megatron, I loved him, but I played with Scorponok way more. So yeah, guys, I'll give it a good hour. I'll let everybody jump in because I know a load of people who are in the chat are also channel members, so all the names are in there, and I'll do the draw in about an hour's time. So look forward to that. It's just a nice way for me to give back to you for all the support. I've got a few things to show here as well. I'm just so far behind, it's crazy, but it's a real nice situation to be in. I've got literally all my Studio Series figures that came the other day. I've not even had chance, there's a huge box here, I've not even had a chance to take them out of the box. So I've still got, from Legacy United, I've still got Thundertron, the video of that to do. I've got loads to do. Oh, Noodle Baron, nice. Again, brilliant, this is cool. Aaron, fantastic, there he is. Aaron, you're the man. Hopefully you liked the review of the Gold Prime. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's a few people in this chat who are helping me out amazingly, to be fair. Bayverse of Madness, his name is Brandon or Branton Kirk, depending on which name he's got watching. He's one of the people who helped me. Was MP Raiden worth it in the end? I don't know yet, I can't say. I've obviously got 1 to 5. There's Ken. Ken's got, oh no, like perfect. What was I saying? I can't think. The trains are amazing. The robots are okay. I'm gonna have to wait and see, obviously, what the fully combined mode looks like. But I have to be honest, I'm disappointed in them at the moment, which is a shame because just they had the opportunity. It's the reason why I started collecting Masterpiece again. No Studio Series swoop. Still none of that. No. What was I saying? I think they're just going to drop it on us, by the way. With regards to the train bots, I just think they've had so long, and I think the fact that how big Raiden is and the train bots are in Japan, I just expected a lot more, to be fair. So yeah, a little bit let down with them. However, the combined mode could be fantastic. So I don't know why you've got ads, Windcharger. There's none on this. I'm sure it'll come. I'm sure it'll come good. I'm going to be cheeky, guys. There's more than triple of you in the chat to what the like button is. Just smack that like button for me, please, because it really does help this channel out. I'm sure everybody says that, but it really does. It builds up, obviously the algorithm builds up the people noticing it and stuff. So as I was saying, Aaron, who is in the chat, has lent me his these, the 3-0 MDLX figures, which to be honest are, yeah, they're good. Are we going to get an Optimus figure with Megatron Blaster? I do not know, maybe. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Aaron. This one's coming up tomorrow, mate. I've done this one as well. The Gold Prime is here. And I mean, what a beauty that is. These are really good, to be fair. These are the 3-0 figures lent to me literally by a person in the chat. So I'm just again showing my appreciation for him. That's the Year of the Dragon one. That's the video review I just put up. Megatron's going to go tomorrow, and I should get Starscream done tomorrow. Sorry, for Monday. But yeah, I just want to try and get them all done. Have you seen the leaked listings? Yeah, we discussed them. Oh, I forgot to put a comic up today. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, we've seen the leaked listings, Scourge. To be fair, I did a live last week talking about them, to be honest. I want to know, in fact, you guys, tell me which ones you're most excited for, because for me, there was just too many. 3 zeros, Valkyrie, that would be great. I've got the star screen there as well to do. 3 0 really surprised me how good they are. I mean, you know, they're this generation's modern action master. They take really things to the next level. It's brilliant. I was busy. Comic Grimlock, definitely, Darren. Definitely agreeing with Comic Grimlock. I'm interested in the blue one as well. Don't worry about it. We'll still chat about Scourge's options. We'll still talk about the listings, of course, because I think loads of people are going to be talking about them. Purely because there's so many. Swindle, Ruination, Awakens. They've got to do a Ruination, haven't they? I'd like to think so. I think that they definitely need to. Considering it's the 4th anniversary, so listings sounds better for next year, than my opinion. This year, the listings sound better for the... I agree with that, actually. I'm so excited for Studio Series Shockwave Repack. And the Studio Series... Talking of Studio Series Scourges, Optimus Prime, look. I've got this guy to do. I've got this guy to do. I've got loads to do. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to... Not a poll now, because I can't do it live while I'm chatting, but I'm going to do a poll in the thing to see which ones you want me to do. As in... Who do you want to see first? I imagine that everybody's going to want to see the Megatron concept first. But I've got the normal Studio Series Gamer and the Studio Series 86. Yeah, I got the Megatron as well. I got Starscream there. I'm a little bit... I don't know. I hope it's as good as the original, because the original one... I absolutely loved the original one of these. Really did. Really thought he was something really special. Oh, I've just realised I can put stuff up there. But the original one's obviously loads smaller. Where is it? There it is. There it is. The Takara one, which was brilliant. The small one. I know this is, again, half the size of that, so I'm hoping it's as good as this one, because this one's phenomenal. But again, I can do a full comparison video with them, and that's obviously what people want to see. Junk Heap, obviously. Got to do him. Scrap Heap, rather. I can't imagine him being too different to them. Same mould, etc. Preferred the Generations Wolf Cyber Seekers, just looks better. But the big main one, the main one's down here. That's the one I can't wait to do. I asked your favourite, your least favourite. Okay, do you know what? That's a good question. I can answer that. In fact, I'll answer that now. Least favourite figure. Guzzy's in. You're right, Guz. Least favourite figure? Anything by X-Transbots, to be honest. Anything by X-Transbots is awful. That Studio Seed. No, that's being too harsh. Least favourite figure is... Dave's here as well. Wow. There's a load of you guys there. A few people who don't normally jump in, to be honest. It's a little bit quieter than normal. There's normally nearly double this, but... I suppose because it's just sort of last minute, and everybody's busy on Saturday nights. What was I going to say? Least favourite figure, one that I don't really enjoy. There's a few of them, to be fair, but they're mainly newer ones. All of the older figures, like, even if they're just absolute bricks, or they don't, the transformation process is just flipping over. It's just SS40, Shatter, and France Toys Rouge. Which one's a Studio Series 4? Oh, Shatter. Okay, fair enough. Dave, we're great, mate. It's brilliant that you're jumping in the chat. I don't know if you said you're at TFCon or not, which would be good to see and chat with you there. Most of the third-party figures drive me insane, to be fair. Studio Series. I agree with Guzzy. I haven't transformed Dropkick yet, but Studio Series Jolt really annoyed me. The new one. What's your favourite deluxe Insecticon? Now, do you mean I'm sorry to sound pedantic, but I need it clarifying. Do you mean the original G1 deluxe Insecticons, or do you mean the deluxe ones now? I suppose I'll just answer both. My favourite deluxe G1 Insecticon will be perfect. Dave, I'm doing a panel. They're going to have me up and ask me a load of questions, mate. So that's going to be interesting. Let me think. What was I saying? What was I saying then? What was the question? I can't even think what the question was. Let me try and catch back up here what everybody was just saying. I can't think what we're talking about. It'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, I'm doing a panel at TFCon, which will be brilliant. That'll be so much fun. I just said something to be brilliant, something to be awful, and I completely forgot. I'm not doing the mini-con. I can't do that. That's this month in March. I'm missing that. I'm doing the NEC. Guzzy, you coming to the NEC? I'm doing another stall at the NEC. Somebody asked a question and I just forgot exactly what it was. It'll come to me. It'll come back to me in a minute. Figures that I didn't like. You were saying your favourite. Oh yeah, of course I was. That's it. Insecticon. So really, really like Venom. And I suppose I really like Shrapnel out of the other ones. It's cool, but I'm more than busy. To be fair, I'm too busy with everything. I need to perhaps, if I'm being super honest, and if you ask my wife, she'll say I do too much. She's probably right, to be fair. But yeah, I'm lucky that I've been doing that for well over 20 years. No, it's my birthday next week. This time next week, I'll be 45. So I've been doing it properly full time for about 20 years, but I've been in and around the gym for a lot longer than that. They're not totally new molds, Ken. They are retools and clever, very, very clever retools of the new ones, which they've got in, what's the word I'm on about, from Legacy. Darren's 50, there you go. So cheers, buddy. Yeah, it's next week. Awesome, mate. They're very clever retools. Like, they've turned them upside down, they've turned them over. Obviously Chop Shop is Shrapnel because of the top. I'm sure Barrage is Bombshell. Obviously we've already got Ransack from Kickback. And who's the other one that I haven't? I can't remember what. Oh no, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, Venom. We've not seen Venom yet. Venom's coming out in 2025, which is going to be good. Can't wait to see that one. It's just so good that we're actually getting proper deluxe figures for them, because I was saying the other day, you know, funnily enough, I think I've just found him. I think that was the last Venom that they made. Oh no, that's Waspinator. Where's the last Venom? One of these, you know, they were literally just awful, weren't they? Same as one of the Chop Shops. The Chop Shop was awful as well. They didn't really. Oh, brilliant! Well done, Ken. Keep running. Venom is probably going to be a retool of Kingdom. Waspinator, thinking 25 with a new mold. And then, I mean, this was okay for Chop Shop, but obviously we've got a way better one coming up now. Way better, so I'm pleased with that. I still need to sort all these out. Loads of you there now. More and more people are getting back in. This is good. There should be more than this, but Pete's poorly, so he's not in. Robot Recruits is busy. Simon's busy. So just fire away, guy. Fire as many questions. Let's find out what you guys are most excited for. I'm still, even though it's not leaked, it's due out in next month. It's due out. I'm still can't wait for Magmatron. What's your thoughts on Magmatron? I really like it because it looks completely mental, and it's one of the characters that I don't really know too much about. So for me, I'm really excited about it. You see, I tell you what, I sometimes do on lives, and I'll do another one. Not just yet, Aaron. You can lend me loads. I normally do things like this, like a little bit, because I'm in my videos. There's things I still haven't shown off. That's the wrong word. I don't want to put shown off. Revealed to people. That's probably the best way. So I managed to pick up MB boxed variants of the original ones. So MB means exactly that, Milton Bradley. So these are crazy rare pieces. So I've got these. Guzzy, that's amazing. TF fan page is in as well. Amazing. It's nice to see you, Brian. Hope you're doing well, pal. Anyway, yeah. So I got a mixture of them all. To be fair, I got this one. This one's sealed though, so this one's a Canadian one. Yeah, me too, pal. Can't wait to see him. I got a Canadian one of Chop Shop, and I've got a MB one as well. It's about time that these guys had some proper love anyway. So, like I mentioned in the video, they've literally only just had teeny little ones, or nothing worth noting about. them versions were released in mainland Europe, only in a couple of small places. Um, and yeah, Milton Bradley, I think it's the most, I think it's the rarest box of figures. Andy Gold, he's jumped fantastic. So he survived the trip. I did, Andy. Nice to see you again. Wow, there's loads of you jumping in tonight. This is great. By the way, guys, as I say, channel members, your names are in the wheel right there. There it is. I'm going to do the draw in about 45 minutes or so. I'll give a chance for anybody else to jump in if they want to as well. Space Bridge was great. Need to do that again properly. We've got loads of people in the chat where we've got a TF fan page there, Andy. We've got loads of people. We're talking deluxe Insecticons. Filch's on the Star Seekers list. Yeah, she's coming out really early, isn't she? Who's the other one as well? Farak. I believe Farak's coming out very soon, like literally really, really soon. I believe, this is what I've heard, obviously, I believe that Farak's going to be revealed this Transformers Tuesday. I think it's this week. I believe that's what I've heard. I don't know. What is a figure that is on my wish list? Windcharge, that is a fantastic question. I just want you to be a little bit more precise. Do you mean an older one or a new one? Because there's too many to choose from. In fact, I'll answer both. We knew yours would be Bayverse Scourge's Optimus Prime, which is which version though? Oh, that's a good shout, TF fan page. What was I going to say then? Which Bayverse one though? Age of Extinction, Revenge of the Fallen, standard one. Which one? Studio, the new one. Okay, older one. Something I've got my eyes on. So an older figure. That I suppose it's just I really want to update my Minerva. Not update, get a better one. The main reason is because she's not complete. She's one of them figures that I brought, and I just needed her, to complete the collection. Whereas now there's a couple of figures where I look back and I'm like, oh, this is missing a part. To be fair, there's some figures that I've got that I didn't even realise weren't complete until I started doing videos. So that's a bit annoying, but it's good. Bay Prime Revenge of the Fallen is a great prime, to be fair. I'd like an updated. I want a proper Nightbeat. I really want a proper Nightbeat. I don't want Windcharger. I get an update. I want a dead version. I still want a G1 now. They're insane, Guzzy. What I can do is you can have mine and upgrade mine. I'll sell you mine dead cheap and upgrade mine if you want. But she goes for stupid money. Drift does need a new toy. I mean, Minerva, Minelba, however you want to call her. The car alone goes for 300 quid now. It's nuts, but yeah, I'll let you have the one that I've got cheap at Scourge. I'm looking forward to the Evasion Mode Prime as well. The original Epic would be interesting. I agree, Guzzy. Evasion Mode Optimus Prime will be really good. There's too many primes. I'm surprised that we haven't seen the new one yet, have we? Heatwave in Legacy. Chase is really fun. Chase is a great figure. I've still got my little boys, and it's really funny being able to put his figures with the comparisons, which is obviously what I did with Chase. And just put a video out. It's just told there if you could have a hypothetical new member of the G1 Dinobots. That's a great question. Let me go back to that because I missed the top half of it. What would you choose? Paddles and Slash. What species of dinosaurs would I choose? I would see. There's loads of people excited for that red alert. I would probably have for a Dinobot. Why didn't I bring in Throttlebot Chase? I didn't even think of that when I did the review. That's awful. I did the rescue bots, but didn't even think of that. The Dinobots I would have. I'm just looking at them now. Do you know what? And it's not because it's Dino King, but as a kid as well, I did used to love Ankylosaurus. I loved Ankylosaurus, and I suppose we've got him in. That's exactly what the one in Dino King is, but I didn't want to say that as a cop-out, but I really do like Ankylosauruses. There you go. See, everybody we all know each other in this chat. It's great. It's really nice that Brian jumps in now and again. It's a complete different time zone, etc. Funny thing is, I'm getting Combine Awards Chop Shop in the mail. This one. This one. We've just literally talked about him. There's nothing wrong with him. It's a good enough figure. But yeah, either an Ankylosaurus or maybe like don't want to be really obvious, like, God knows I know note about dinosaurs. May have asked this last time tuned in, but Stranger Things is fantastic. There you go. That was a great figure. This was a great figure. In fact, there's a question for you. Who is this going to be retooled as? Because everybody thought that this was the Ironhide mold, didn't they? Everybody thought it was going to be Ironhide's mold, but it isn't at all. So there's a question for you. Who's this going to be used as next? And I can't think at all. I can't think of anybody who this is going to be, because we've had Ironhide, we've had Ratchet. Can anybody think? Maybe it could be another wheel. It could be a Studio Series. This would have been, I don't know, is this as good as the Studio Series Wheeljack? I'm not too sure. Peter Planet, Toy Story, yeah. Code Red, I've never seen Stranger Things. I love that V-Fop. Code Red is good. Stranger Things is really good, because you got to give it a chance, mate. It's a great, really good watch. The only thing that you'll notice, oh, Megatron, there's a picture of God Bomber. That's good. We'll love to see a crossover of A-Team band. Yeah, there's got to be A-Team, hasn't it? Mystery Machine, good show. Did not much TV, but I love the crossover Christmas, and it's really good. Also, guys, perfect. Thoughts on the Ninja Turtles crossover? That's going to be good. That's going to be huge, I reckon, isn't it? I can't see it being small. It's going to be the party wagon, isn't it? I'm sure they've said it's going to be the party wagon. I love the fact that they're doing all these crossovers, especially as how bad. TF fan page, he's got all my stuff, all them Scream battlers. They're all mine. So anything that they're all, as I say, he's pretty much gone. His Bayverse collection's going to be insane by the time he's had all my stuff off me, because I'm moving a lot of the sealed stuff onto him, because people like him and people like Aaron who are in the chat, and there's another couple of chaps who aren't in the chat, they're like buying loads of them off me. There's a prototype Party Wagon Transformer. No. Metalhead. That could be good. Keeps stopping me for maybe a my ad blocker. I wonder what that's doing. There's no adverts that I can see, Guzzy. I don't know what's going on. I've got it running here as well. I love it. I love it, Brian. That's perfect. If for anybody who can't see that, or who hasn't read it, or is watching this back later, TF fan page that the Ninja Turtle crossover could be a shell former. Very clever. Very clever. Thanks a lot. They're fantastic pieces, and kind of they should do more of that in general, not just do the movie figures, the battle scenes, because I suppose, like, with the best battle scene that we've had recently is, I'm going to answer that in a minute, Wind Charger. The best battle scene that we've had recently, unfortunately, was the dead Optimus, not the dead Ironhide and Prowl background. It totally would be. It would be brilliant. That background was amazing. What is a character that you want to see an update on? A character that I wanted to see an update on. I don't want to be cliche and say Megatron or Browning, even though I'd love to see a new Browning, but I'm not stupid enough to think that that's going to happen. We were lucky enough to have a Black Zarek. I would love, but the problem that you've got now is that they're completely defunct, they're devoid, and it's not just because I've got them, but I think they're amazing. So in fact, not just the Japanese ones. I was going to say the combining cassettes, but I was looking at Leg Out and Decibel, but of course we've got Squawk Box, and what's the other one called? Slam Dance. I would love to see updated versions of them, because I think Doctor Wu's versions did them amazing. They did a really good version of them, and I like the fact. I just think cassettes are quirky, but then again, I could just say Raiden. Why don't we have a decent update of Raiden or Lio Kaiser? I know they're really obvious, and I know people always expect them sort of answers from me, so I don't like to give them all the time. So I thought, I was going to say Punch and Counter Punch, but we've had two of them recently as well. And is it really bad that I want a decent Metal Hawk? They're going to do it. They're going to do one, Darren. They're going to do a Dead Brawn. They're going to do it's Dead Brawn and Ratchet. I think that's the next twin pack of the Deads. I'm sure it is, guys. I'm sure it is. Don't forget to keep hitting that like button anyway for me. Iron Factory Lio Kaiser, I'm reviewing him right at the moment, Dave. He's pretty good, but the problem that we've got, and this annoys me, it's the same as the New Age. They're just parts formers. They're really, like, a lot of the figures on here that you see me review, the third party, they just go straight away. all the new age just go, all the things. I do the review, I look at them, and then they just go. They don't have the same. And I'm not just saying that because everyone. I'm lucky enough I get to review them all. I just don't think bludgeon's cool, but I wanted like a more Generation 1 bludgeon, if you know what I mean, Brian. I think he looks good. To be fair, he's somewhere here. He's literally somewhere here. But anyway, I prefer like the G1 looking one. Super Gamer and Plush Dames jumped in as well, which is good. What crossover would you think? What crossover would you love Transformers to crossover with? Long time no see, 2-pal, that's good. Omnibots is a great shape. Turbo Masters, Predators is another good shape. Crossover that I'd like to see, apart from the obvious, because they could do Runabout or Run Amok as Kit from Knight Rider. The Leo Zach looks good. Anyone have Paleo Tracks? I got him. Was that the one from Kingdom? It's Paleo Tracks from Kingdom. I want a Transformers X Halo Warthog Optimus Prime. That's what I'd love. Kit. That's what they should do. It's been good. Thanks, Super Gamer. Thanks for jumping on. As you see, there's a few people already chatting away, so just please feel free to jump in with them. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. And I'll try not to wake up the family. What was I going to say? Yeah, Kit, Knight Rider, obviously. Dukes of Hazzard. We need a Dukes of Hazzard, definitely. We definitely need a Dukes of Hazzard. Bigfoot the monster truck. That would be amazing. I'm just trying to think of all the things I loved when I was a kid. Is Jason the Wheeled Warriors big enough? They could literally make something from them. In order to get a kit toy, we need a wind charger first. Yes, we do. We do need a wind charger first, but we haven't heard anything from wind charger in as long as I can remember. It's strange. I mean, we're finally getting the gears. So let's be honest, wind charger can't be far away. And as soon as we get wind charger, then obviously we get tailgate. Thoughts on the Earthrise Seeker mold? I liked it. I think it was brilliant. Thoughts on this guy? He looks pretty good, to be fair. Animorphs, that's a good one. And it wasn't Hot Wheels confirmed as well, Brian. I'm sure I read on your page that they've confirmed some Hot Wheels as well. Oops. Whether or not they're crossovers or not, I don't know, but I'm sure I've read that they're going to be using some crossovers. Runabout Run Amok would be great as video game editions of Decepticons. What is that's it? Again, nope to what? To which one? To Wind Charger. Do you think Studio Optimus Prime will be a new mold? I don't know. I wonder. He does turn into a cube, but he fits inside Soundwave's chest, and that's all that matters to older Transformer collectors like myself. Now, correct me if I'm not wrong, but wasn't Animorphs the B story in the comic? I'm sure it was. Or am I getting mixed up? They're just printing. Oh, okay. I'm just moving this so I can lean back. So nothing, I suppose, yeah, what can they do? They're just going to be cars, aren't they? I'm really hoping the Triple T G.I. Joe crossover happens. That's a nostalgia. Oh, yeah, this the Sergeant Sorter one. That's going to happen, definitely. I want to reuse Earth. Baywatch. Lifeguard truck could do. Baywatch, yeah. I haven't got, I've got the Earthrise Optimus. Someone's holding it for me. I'll see him at the NEC and I'll get that. I've got the Netflix version of it. It's a great mold, but I don't know. Do you think they really want to spend all that money doing up another Optimus Prime? I mean, if you think how many Optimus Primes we're going to get this year, I'm missing Link still haven't arrived yet. None of them have, which is no good, obviously. Can't wait for that to come, to be fair, but there you go. I'm really looking forward to that one. There's going to be the Studio Series 86. There's going to be, obviously, does this guy class? Does this one, is he this year? Would you say he's this year? Did he just sneak out last year? He's this year, isn't he? I think some people had him who shouldn't have had him last year, but that's a great Optimus Prime figure. Really, really, what I like about it is it's nice and robust. I'll bring your Ironhide. Oh yeah, you've got that one as well, haven't you? Simon's jumped in now. I can't catch up with this. Let me catch up. Aliens is brilliant. Why get Earthrise if you can get the better? Exactly. I think they're going to update it. I think they will Wind Charger. I can't see why they wouldn't update it, to be honest. It makes no sense. Picture this, an Optimus with a tow and trailer that could connect and combine with different automated cars. That would be amazing. That's a great idea, Brian. Where'd you think of that one? Do you know what? You just led me into something else then. You just made me think of something else. So we've obviously had the leak of Superior. Now obviously we had Menasor, but they used the truck to basically combine all the limbs. How do you think they're going to do it with Superior or with Silverbot? How are they going to do that? Because it's going to be a Concorde. It's going to be quite awkward, whereas obviously with a truck it was easy. They just used they actually used the truck the trailer to build it all. So that's going to be really interesting to see that one. I think that's probably what's took them so long. Yeah, they'll do one of them definitely, Simon. They're just going to redeco him, aren't they? They're going to to be fair, I don't know. I mean, they sort of have it. How different is the colour from the Kingdom one? The toy deco is very much exactly like the toy, obviously, but how different is the Kingdom? I don't know, to be honest. It can't be too different. Galvatron's going to be funny as well. That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe you would have. That's a good point. Landing tower, landing strip. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I don't know. I don't own. I know like some of the third parties, like the Zeta products and all that. I don't know. I mean, I've got Combiner Wars, I've got G1, but I haven't got any other third party combining Superior, so I don't really know how they do it or how they've done it. As I said before, I didn't like. They've had a repaint remodel already. How much Cyclones do you need? Terminator crossover would be good. They could get that. That'd be amazing. Imagine an endoskeleton transforming. You could get two things, to be fair. Thanks for jumping in anyway, Dave. Really appreciate it. The person who just said Terminator, you could get loads. You could get the endoskeleton. You could get the motorcycle, obviously, that John Connor rides on. You could get the truck with the, what's the word, with the liquid nitrogen in. There's loads you could do with that. Thanks for jumping in, Brian. Take care, buddy. Yeah, Silverbot will be a commander the way Zeta did it. Optimus Prime as the Rhino from Mask. The Rhino. Oh, so I was thinking of the Jim Carrey film then. I was like, what? But now I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. They should do Star Wars Transformers again. Yeah, they were notoriously really bad, weren't they? Them Star Wars Transformers. They weren't the greatest. I wasn't collecting Transformers at that particular time, but I did see a few of them in the shops, and I was never really taken in by any of them, shall we say. A reboot of Exo Squad keeps popping up. That would be an interesting crossover. That could be a good idea. That could be a good idea. I think somebody said something a minute ago as well about aliens. I think the liquid nitrogen truck, it would be reuse of the laser prime. Yeah, probably right, to be fair. I mean, as in the film, aliens would be good. They could do the loader. They could do a couple of the ships, maybe. That'd be really good. Second worst crossover. Why did you have to bring it back up? Which did you say was the worst, Wind Charger? I know you didn't like the you just obviously said you don't like the Star Wars. What did you think was the worst? I'm intrigued now. Intrigued to. I can't remember. You wrote it on here. Queen Xenomorph, Animorphs was the worst. That's it. Yeah. I never got. Do you know what? This is how guilty and how bad I am. I've got the Ecto 1 still in a box in the loft, not touched. I need to open that. Again, I brought the Ecto 1 with the intention of reviewing it. Fell so far behind. Legs and top over shelf. A Silverbot fits into the back. We're gonna have to do that. Is animated? Yes, he is. Animated Optimus Prime is definitely still at Smith's. I've seen him. I saw him there in the last video that I did. So at some point this week, I saw him there. He's good. He's nice and robust. I love his axe. I love the fact it teleports. One more thing, rumour has it that July 5th. That's a good idea. I'm surprised actually, fan page, that we haven't had any more of the Legos. I've seen obviously the custom ones that people have made. What's the word I'm after? They've made a Nemesis and they've made a Ultra Magnus, just again mimicking the pieces with the white and with the black pieces. But yeah, Lego makes perfect sense because it's obviously they can manipulate it really well. Yeah, whoever was saying about this. Is this guy worldwide now? Has everybody seen him? Has everybody seen this everywhere? Smoking the Bandit. Herbie can be Bumblebee, of course he goes. Cannonball Run, all of them. All of them. You can just keep naming them and naming them and naming them. This is good. You guys just keep chatting away. That's NY for you. What's N? No, I don't know what that means. NY for you, not your. I don't know. That'll come to me in a minute. There's loads of people missing. Poor old Pete, as I say, is poorly. Robot Recruit hasn't jumped in yet. Adam hasn't jumped in yet. Simon's not jumped in yet. There's loads of people. Because I'm broke. I hate that. That, to be honest, Scourge, the only reason that I keep buying stuff is because I just keep selling. And funnily enough, luckily enough, there's more than enough people in the chat who will back me up here because they buy my things from me. So they buy my things from me. I put the money into buying more stuff, and that's exactly what you see. So that's why, yeah, that's why loads of my movie figures have gone. That's why the third-party figures don't hang around too much. I just like the originals. I like all the new stuff. I really want to see if I can knuckle down and make sure that I've got at least one box for every single G1 figure, which I'm not there yet. There's a few. There's some stupid figures where I've got like 6 or 7 of each of them. I need the Legacy United animated Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. Yeah, they're all in, Brandon. They're all in Smiths. What I would suggest to you do, Brandon, just wait until the NEC. Get them at the NEC, pal. I'm having to have strong arm sell and buying. What's that? What's he after? I'm just waiting. I'm behind. Do you watch Perspective End? I don't. Nope. I don't even know what that is, to be fair. It's all right. I'm just waiting for the chat to catch up on my iPad here because that was a good question from somebody. Yes, good. Just, yeah, wait till the NEC because there'll be everything there. The good thing is as well is you might be able to get some looser ones cheaper rather than buying the full price ones anyway. There's a load. Is anybody else in the chat going to different conventions and toy fairs? Because at the moment there's loads going on everywhere. You've obviously got the LA one coming up soon. You've got the TFK on the Con Orlando in October again. You've of course got BotCon. We've got a few things happening in the UK. Nothing anywhere near as big as what's going on with you guys, unfortunately, but it would be good. Why is my chat not caught up? It's all right, my chat on my iPad is falling behind, so apologies if I miss them. BotCon, yeah, BotCon still exists. They rebooted it 2 years ago, buddy. They booted it. They started it up 2 years again. Doncaster, see, you're all well up north for me. Completely north from me. I need to reboot this chat because it's not working. Is it working now? The last comment on here is Herbie. Oh, there we go. Now it's caught up. Yeah, I'm gutted I never got to go to any BotCons. I've had a thought for a collab with a brand Transformers. Yeah, Jaws would be good. Because Jaws could be Skybite, couldn't it? They're doing a Skybite. I'm pretty sure Skybite's alt mode's a shark. I could be wrong. Again, Beast Wars is not my strong point. Yeah, Stoke's not too far away. Stoke's just, as you say, you got Junction 15, haven't you? Then you're either straight up or straight down. The smartest shark around. That's just appeared there. That's a good idea of a crossover, and I'm sure that if we're thinking of it, they must be thinking of it as well. They're always well ahead of us, which is good. Right, guys, well, we're 20 minutes away from the draw, so thanks for all the channel members who've jumped in. I'll do that for you in a second. For those of you wondering, as I say, I mention it all the time, I just buy whoever wins a deluxe figure of their choice. I did. Is it not from Beast Wars? It's obviously not. Whoa, that went way too fast. I'm an Ocean guy and I Transformers guys, so George Transformers works for me. XL's where I go to Doncaster quite a few times when I go to Bolton. And if Remco Toys, Modern Trumps. Alrighty, thanks very much, Windcharger. Didn't know that. Remco Toys, Motorbots, Death Robots, I'd want them. I've heard of them, I think, Darren Lee. I think I've heard of them. Windcharger, thanks for correcting me, pal. The only version that I've got is the Thrilling 30 one, which, funnily enough, is right here. It's right here. Another guilty thing that I've done with this. Never transformed him. Took him out of the box. Never transformed him, so I don't even know what he was like. See, I thought he was in like Beast Wars or Transmetal or something. So I thought it was broke, but it's not. Bolton's a bit smaller. We did look at, well, I say we, Magnum looked at doing Skywarp. Can't wait to meet you there, mate. There'll be a load of us. No features on his chart. What was I saying? Me and Magnum looked at doing Stafford as well, but all the stalls are sold out. And I don't think I'm going to go there just to walk around. There's too much temptation. Videos up for both for comparison. I've got to shift more things before I buy more things, to be fair. So I've still got these. This is so far behind I am. Anybody who watched my unboxing video 2 weeks ago, and I put these right here, and that's it. And I still not moved them. Stafford I found isn't very good at all, to be fair. I keep meaning to do the early bird, but it's tricky for me to do. I have a HasLab idea as Rise of the Beast Unicron as a retool of the original. You could do that, but it wouldn't. The problem that you've got with that, buddy, straight away is Studio Series is all supposed to scale, isn't it? So, and you'd have to have a Unicron bigger than a house to get it to scale with the Studio Series figures. So they'll never do that. That's not tragically. It's all Excelsior. You get yourself some sleep. I have to do these late because it's late for the UK guys, which I know a lot of you are, so I really appreciate you jumping on. But obviously for the rest of the world, it's really early. So that's why I do these as late as I do, to be fair. So I totally understand when people drop out, etc. But it's just nice that people jump in. Even if you just pop in and say hello, it's nice. Yeah, appreciate anybody jumping in. As I say, don't forget to hit that like before you leave. The likes actually jumping up now, which is good. There was 35 people in the chat a minute ago and only 7. So it's nice now that that's jumping up. 5:11. There you go, see. So it's 5:11. So that means for us it is 11. So it's nearly midnight. I say nearly midnight. It's 48 minutes away from midnight, but it is late. If, like me, you've got a son who plays Sunday League football and loads of other stuff going on. But here we go. Someone else has jumped in. Good. Lawrence has jumped in. For me, it's 6 p.m. I wish it was 6 p.m. We've just lost a few people, Lawrence, but it's nice for you to jump in. We're talking, obviously, figures that we love. I think the Siege Seeker mold, I don't know if you know, Scourge, but it's just an updated, larger version of the Classics version of Starscream that came out. He's saying that, maybe not this one. There was one that came out in 2000. I can't think which one it was, but it was in the noughties, and all they've done is just made it bigger. So it's just they made it obviously Voyager class size rather than deluxe. So the problem you've got with the Seeker mold is, I don't think is it the 2007 Classics? You could be right. It's not that mold. That's the wrong one. It's the one that came out after it. Fung Boy's in as well now. Brilliant. You've just come in. I don't know where everybody's gone, Fung Boy. I've just dropped 15 people that were allegedly in the in the chat, but it doesn't matter because all that matters is you guys are in. The Tetramet jet mold is good. I did like that. But again, that's just the same as the normal. It's got the folded over legs, isn't it? So I wonder if we'll see another one of them. I wonder if we'll see true Studio Series 86. Oh no, it's not 86, is it? Because it's the full Tetrajets, the Origins. That's it. I wonder if we'll see Origin Tetrajets like Bumblebee, obviously the Cybertronian mold, because the actual they're not they're much more pointy, aren't they? If you think about it, if they do Origin, Skywarp, Thundercracker and Starscream, they'll have to use the base as the Tetrajet, but then of course then it'll point up a little bit more. Have I missed that then? Where have you read that, Fung Boy? I must have totally missed that. Mark Clones was rather like, oh, okay. Origin Tetrajet would be amazing for it. I love Shattered Glass. Scourge's Optimus Prime. I love Shattered Glass. It's just so cool. I know it's copied from Star Trek, but yeah, it's good fun. Origin Sandos would be extremely complex. It's just a lamppost, isn't it? They made that. Did you not see they made it as a fan mode with the Siege mold? It's possible. It's more than possible. Shattered glass is great. Some of the figures of the shattered glass price, the original ones, they were stupid prices. I don't just mean the e-hobby ones. I mean the BotCon ones. The BotCon ones are worth an absolute fortune. Previously discussed, but would love to see collector's cards again. Completely agree with you. There you go. That's what it'll be then. What was I saying? The collector's cards. I miss having something physical with the figures, so we don't get the checklists anymore. We obviously don't get the cards anymore. Yeah, something physical is brilliant. Like everybody does them now. Like all the third-party companies do them now. So why don't what's the word I'm after? Why don't Hasbro and Takara do them? It would make them far more fun. And yeah, I think people would prefer it, especially because it's nice to have something to collect. I want that HasLab Unicron really badly. Would like mini comics, yeah, that would be good, but I can never see him doing that. The problem you've got, actually, Skywarp, they might do that because obviously it could be a real chance for Skybound to announce themselves, even though they seem to be doing very, very well. But obviously all the comics before were IDW, weren't they? HasLab Unicron is, I was really, really lucky that somebody sold me theirs just for cost price. HasLab Primus is coming, given the new line, etc. I think so too as well, Fungboy. I'm completely agreeing that HasLab Primus will be on the way. The Japanese Dark Knight Deluxes. Yep. Yeah, anything. Yeah, anything Takara touch, really. They go the extra mile and they put the extra things in. They were the stickers in Kingdom, weren't they? And I don't know why they stopped doing them. But yeah, the comics, as I said, the last comics were from Combiner Wars. But I loved the comics that you got with Thrilling 30. I just couldn't see him doing them. They just cost too much. But again, as I say, it would be an ideal opportunity for Skybound to do exactly that, for Skybound to just, announce themselves to the Transformers world on a slightly different platform, because if they did that, then for exactly that reason, more people would know more about them. So I think that's a good idea, to be fair, because they could do it as soon as they start, well, with anything, can't they? They can just take all their own take on them. I still haven't read any of them. I've got them in a pile around the corner there. Same with Void Rivals. I've got them in a pile, still not read any of them. Still behind. I'll have loads to do when I'm retired. I'll have loads of figures to catch up on, loads of reading material to catch up on. Who else is reading them for me? When they used to get the comics, they don't exist where I'm from. Here we go. It's just gone way too fast. Bot mode or alt mode. I prefer the character collector's card, but not the same what Kingdom did. The comics, I have to get them. I have to order everything. I pretty much get Wind Chargers. I have to order it online. There's no point bothering. We're lucky that we've got Smiths, but just order everything online, pal. It's way easier. Alternate mode. I think alternate mode is better. I'm really pleased that Duke's made it, which is great. I know, obviously, you always watch them back, which I think I really appreciate the fact that you watch them back, because it must be quite hard to watch them back when they're not live, because obviously sometimes you might miss the chat or whatever. Hail to the Duke. He's in it anyway. 13 minutes and I'll do the draw anyway, so that'll be good. It's behind actually. My live feed here is completely different to this feed here. The mini bots in 1984 were released in robot mode, but then they had them help mode, which you're sort of right with that, Fungboy. You're sort of right. Entertainer's been down, so Entertainer's useless. So Fungboy, in 84 they were released in alt modes, in 85 they were released in robot modes. That's what they were doing. I've got, again, sealed examples of them all, so it's just the same from it's just when they went to pre-rub. They started off yeah, they did start off in alternate mode, then they went to robots. I've got examples. I've done videos on both. I've got both versions of Brawn, Gears, and a couple of others, I think. Bumblebee as well, yeah, of course, Bumblebee. But yeah, the very, very, very first releases came in with in their robot, in their alternate mode, rather than they packed them in robot, which is yeah, really tough to find them. In 85, when they introduced the rubber symbols, they had a little partner too. That was 86. That was 86 when they put the mini spies with them, because yeah, 84 normal, 85 pre-rub, 86 mini spies, and they're hard to find. I still need a couple of them. If any of you, if anybody, in fact, I need to put that up on here as an alert. I need to find a few mini spies. If anybody can find any that they're selling or knows of anybody who's selling any, let me know. Either in the chat on here, in a comment on Instagram or whatever. I need a few more mini spies. I can do some trades because I've got some that are the same, but I want to get just a few more. And the problem that we have is, as far as I'm aware, they didn't come out. Were they available in this country, Fungboy? I'll chat with you after, mate, because I couldn't tell you directly which one until I went round there and looked at them, because they're all on a shelf there. But I know that I've got some doubles, I know that I've got some broken ones, but I know that I haven't got them all in good enough display condition, shall we say. I have watched a little bit of Diamond Bolt Skirt. He gave me a shout out. Yeah, I know the colours of them, but I don't know which ones I need. I can't be an 86, man. The entertainer being so. All right, let me catch back up with this. Cyberframe, nice to have you on here, pal. That's brilliant. Wind Charger, I assure you 100%, my friend, it was 86. All of the because that's pretty much what all of the, what's it called, the collector's books and everything that says that they were. You know, in the book, it says that's when they came with him. I can't remember what's it called, the Mark Bellarmo guidebook and TF Wiki, etc., and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't matter. it's as I say, I can't say, I wasn't in the time machine, so I can't. I'm only going off what I've read as well, by the way. And I think he's not in this chat, but if anybody knows anything about mini bots, and if you haven't seen his Instagram, I mention him all the time on here, Tim Banerjee. He's the mini bot king. He's got, his mini bot collection is insane. IBN, they seem to get the odd. Like, I get most of my stuff from him because he gets them in, he gets them all updated and stuff. He gets the whiteboarded ones, the grey version, crappy movie knockoff company, Asylum. I think their movies are so bad they're good. I've never heard of that, to be honest. Absolutely, the purple and red boxes. Darren Lee, what's that? Where I live, the toy shop near Smith's is 40 miles away. Yeah, Aaron, you don't have much luck, do you, buddy? Your Smith's is miles away. But again, Aaron, don't forget to just message me and I can pick you something up and post it, you pal, with all the other stuff that you keep buying off me, which is great. So yeah, anything you want, matey, you've got my number. Just message me and then I'll send you in with your boxes of stuff else that you've had. I've got no problem doing that. I noticed that they have a couple of Bumblebee movie figures. My entertainer, literally up until Christmas, still had the Power of the Primes mini prime figures in it. That's how bad it is. It's useless. It's got, well, you've seen me. I did the toy hunt video on it the other day. It's like a poor, I don't want to say a poor man's B&M. Like with B&M, we get, oh yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute. With B&M, you know what you're getting. You know, you're expecting to find X stock. You're expecting to find discontinued lines, or the Alpha, you know, the Alpha, I think they're called Alpha, the cheaper lines. Yes, that's what. Oh, boy, Beast Wars Grimlock. Do you mean Dinobot? I think you mean Dinobot. That's what mine has. You don't mean, you mean Beast Wars Dinobot, I'm sure you do. The one that looks like a chicken. The one that I did a video chicken tonight with. It's got that in and it's still 30 quid. It's awful. Just got nothing. But the weird thing is, the entertainer was the only place. I feel really bad, Duke. I literally sold my last pack of that the other day. You could have had the whole pack. But okay, so Duke, we're gonna have to help you out, pal. Did anybody else see that? So in the chat, we're looking for a ransack for Duke. So we need to see if we can find him. I don't know how much he is on eBay. I've got the other two typical for sale still. The Scorponok remold and the Sky Wasp. I've got them two still left to sell, but I haven't got. Should have Grimlock body. Titan's Return Clobber should have a Grimlock body, in my opinion. It'll be interesting to see Venom. It will be interesting to see Venom. I'm hoping it's not a Waspinator mold. EarthSpark, I liked. Right, that's gone way too fast for me. Just finished with dog transfer. I need. Is it really worth Cyberframe? Is it worthwhile watching? What's the word I'm after? Is it worthwhile going back to watching all of EarthSpark? As many people in the chat here, let's ask the chat. Have many of you guys watched EarthSpark? Because I gave it a chance, I stopped again. I gave it another chance, I stopped again. I watched some with my little boy, I stopped again, and I've not watched any since, so I don't know if it's worthwhile. What do you reckon? Aaron Cummins, currently Smith's Toys has reduced shelf space. Thanks for being in the chat, Scourges, Optimus Prime. I'm going to do the draw. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes for channel members. I'll just make sure that nobody else has joined in the time I've been chatting to you guys. Let me just make sure that no one's joined it, because obviously your name won't be on the list yet, which is season 1 up to episode 4 or 5, I think I'm on, and that's it. Currently watching Victory. Now that's something to watch. Victory is amazing. Yep, so nobody else has joined, so that's perfect. What's EarthSpark Windcharger? It's the new Transformers cartoon. It's the one that everybody's what's we're talking about. I haven't got any EarthSpark figures here to show you, unfortunately. Season 2's better. Okay, I'll have to give it a go. But again, the thing is, for me, it's the same as why I've not watched Beast Wars. I've not watched Beast Wars. I can't allocate 30 minutes to do this, 30 minutes to do that. Guys, Kingdom, Shadow, Panther, and way before anyone else. I think you guys are making it up. Is he being serious, or is he trying us on a wind up? You've got to be trying us on a wind up. Type in EarthSpark. I've done EarthSpark reviews on this channel for a start. Yeah, I've done EarthSpark reviews on here. Super God Master Force is brilliant as well. Not sure how far they are on the BBC iPlayer. Do a free trial with Paramount to binge watch. Beast Wars. EarthSpark is really cool. There you go. See, loads of people like it. I just need to give it more of a chance. I had one mask vehicle configure back then, the Orange Dune buggy one. I didn't have any mask toys. I watched it, but I didn't have any. He's completely winding us up. He's winding us up, isn't he? You have. I remember your Elite. I know. I've done Elite 1. I've got about 15. I've got a playlist of Elite of EarthSpark figures. Do I have to really do this, or is he winding me up? I think he's winding me up. I don't know even why. I don't know why I'm falling for his little res thing, but I'm going to have to do this just to show, just in case. Just in case. I know he knows. Beast. Do you think that means that he doesn't watch it? I think it means that you don't watch it, but there you go. Season 1 and Season 2. He doesn't like it. I get you, pal. It's supposed to be good, though. It's supposed to be good, so obviously you don't think so, Windcharger. Nobody, but people say it's good. I've not watched it all the way through, so I can't fully comment on it. I love everybody's opinion on it. I want to know why, because some people doesn't like from Rescue Bots and it gets darker in Season 2. So see, because a lot of people didn't like the War for Cybertron cartoons either. I really enjoyed them. I thought they were great. But I didn't. EarthSpark's just not gripped me. I think War for Cybertron was just a bit dark, a bit more adult, wasn't it? Whereas EarthSpark is definitely a bit more kiddified. But the first season, I mean, I loved the first episode, obviously, with all the Generation 1 references and all the Generation 1 animation. That was good. I guess you have an issue with the... What? I don't think he probably has, because it won't be anything to do with that, pal. It's just some people don't like it. I know a few people who hate it. Which I got tired of hearing Kicker's name. The only clip of EarthSpark I've seen is Skywarp actually teleporting to fight Prime. What I can actually tell you, all we know is that it's not done anywhere near as good as they think it would. That's the only thing that I've actually heard coming from it. But I think, again, as you've just said, the second series is getting better. Mo's head's big. Right, guys, I'm going to stop the EarthSpark chat for now because we are an hour in. So good luck, channel members. This is your chance to win the figure of your deluxe figure of your choice for this month. Let's see who it is. Who's that? Asterian. Perfect. I know exactly who that is. I will drop him a message straight after. Brilliant stuff. He's in the Discord group as well. So Brandon, you didn't win for a change. Normally you win that all the time, so at least you didn't win it this time. Sorry, buddy. Toys R Us, that studio that produced this book, has sold, so not sure. Oh, okay, see. Fung Boy, man, you are the man who knows everything. Absolutely everything. You hit it that time. Are you coming to any of the other conventions, Fung Boy? Are you coming to TF UK Con? Great job on the Optimus Prime rare box video. Thanks very much, Eastman. I don't know if you, I don't know if you saw my Instagram. I put the picture of what's the word, that particular box and the figure on my Instagram yesterday, and some bloke, he hasn't replied though, but he got bombarded by loads of people. He said it's a bootleg, and I said I'm sorry, it's obviously not a bootleg, and he's like, it definitely is. This could mean cancellations of the series. He put, what did he put in it? He put, it's obviously a bootleg. I put it, I don't think it is. I think it's just because you've never heard of it. And I sent him a link to the video, and then he didn't reply, and then loads of people jumped on it and said, it's not a bootleg, it's not a bootleg. So that was quite funny. So yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, I like doing the Optimus Primes. I'm trying to do a few more of them. Because for that reason, like I know I get asked loads of questions about things like that, so for me it makes it easier to do that. And I do mean, I keep trying to do it. My pictures still don't come out the greatest on Instagram. I will do. I'll get some more of them done. And it's nice to actually just see them, and I suppose I've got them all catalogued there as well, rather than just videos which just fly past. Are we supposed to be, does anybody know much about TF? Not TF yet. One. It's called One, isn't it? The animated is called One. That's out this year, isn't it? I'm sure it's still out this year. I know it's been delayed, but by the way, since you have all everything, right, here we go. The way you used to have all the original, would you be willing to do? Eastman, it's an idea. It's an idea, to be honest. But the problem that we've got, well, not that we've got, that I've got, is I'm not going to buy it. I've done a couple of KO comparisons, because he was in the chat. I don't know where he's gone. Simon, the UK collector, brought his round. It's something that I could look at doing in the future, but the problem that you've got is I wouldn't, if I brought it, it would be no use to me, so I'd just literally sell it straight on. So I think it'd be obviously a loss. I'd lose loads of money on it. So I will do them in the future, but I'll probably borrow them from people and then do direct comparisons with my originals, rather than me going out and buying them, unless of course I pick them up incredibly cheap on some car boot sale or something. They're pretty cheap, I think, $70. You see, that's the thing, you're saying $70, but in the UK we don't have them. It cost more than that with import, which is a lot for, and it's also, I would literally be buying it for a figure that I wouldn't need, but I might do it, who knows. Series in Japan on the I went Transformers to die again just so we can get another. I think we will do In Charge. I think that's what Transformers 1's going to be, isn't it? It's supposed to be like a rebirth, because it's, what's the word I'm after? It's set on Cybertron, isn't it? So it's supposed to be a rebirth. Thanks, buddy. I do. It is something that I would look into, but again, being in the UK, just this, I say tiny little island. It's obviously not tiny, but it's tiny compared to the US. We don't get many things, and then we do get ripped off. Everything that we buy, that you see your prices, we then have to add the tax, the import tax. To give you an idea, somebody sent me, in fact, give me 2 seconds, I'll catch up with that. Right. G1 Mirage has horrendous issues. G1 Mirage snaps at the waist all the time. The spoiler comes off all the time, but he always snaps in the middle. I am Cyberframe running out of space, completely running out of space. I've got to stick things in storage boxes, stick things in the loft. Yeah, running out of space loads of times. What was I talking about then? Import costs and stuff. Yeah, somebody sent me, bless them, they sent me a figure and they put the value down as $100, and I ended up having to pay £64, which is $88, just to get it. Just what's the word, just so I could own it. So it cost me, bless him, he felt really bad. I'm like, don't feel bad, it's not your fault, it's just the way that we get ripped off over here, because we get charged for everything. My favorite legend collector, RJ, is in the chat. I never recognize that name, RJ. I don't know who it is whenever I read it. RJ, there you go. There you go, there's your little man. This one's mine, yours is in a box. TFUKCon is May. TFUKCon is the second weekend in May, I believe. RJ will tell you straight away. RJ knows when that is, because RJ will be there. Yeah, I like, that's the other thing I'm probably going to. Titles going TF Nation. Okay, I'm actually doing a panel at TFUKCon Fungboy, which will be interesting. What's his name? TFU. And it was New Age Wind Charger. It was this one. Brandon, use my code to get your discount. This one. This box. Brandon, use my code for TFUKCon. I'll send it you in a minute, mate. You can get £5 off a ticket. I've got a code to get £5 off tickets for TFUKCon. If anybody wants to come, just use my code. I obviously don't get anything from it. You save some money. Princeton's in. Perfect. Everybody's jumping in now. Yeah, it's in May. Second weekend of May. And it's in the UK. Obviously, TFUKCon. What was I going to say? The main ones, though, are in America, aren't they? There's is it the LA one? The LA one's next weekend, isn't it? That's the big one. Anybody here going there? Because there's a few guys in the chat from the US. Any of you going to TF? ThingyCon, Primetime Toy. Yeah, that's it. Don't worry about that, RJ. I've got a code. I've got to give him my code, to be fair, which will help. I'll put it up again. I need to do a proper one, matey. Yeah, definitely. Tie it in with a holiday, though. I'm not just going to go there. Go find a theme park. That's what we want to do. That's why I'd go to the Orlando one. But I'd just spend 10 minutes in the Transformers and the rest of it on the ride. I love the rides. Not me unless someone hooks me up. Is it worth getting Masterpiece from Show Z? The good thing, Fungboy, about getting Masterpiece is you don't get import charges. On anything you get from Show Z, you don't get import charges, so they work out a bit cheaper, to be fair. There's me just saying that we get ripped off with that, but with Show Z, you don't. Which ones are you thinking of getting? Let me know which ones you're thinking of getting. I will return after these messages. Wind Charger, you've been funny this afternoon. That's good to know. Oh, okay. Just if the other thing as well, Fungboy, if you use my code and if you don't have expedited shipping, so if you have the normal standard shipping, it'll knock a few dollars off for you as well, so it'll be even cheaper. So that's the good thing. So as I said, so the code is good. The code obviously helps me out because it lets me know what you guys are buying. But if you use it and if you don't go for really fast, what's the word I'm on about? What's the word I'm after? Fast shipping, it actually gives you money off it. James Bond is a good figure as well. Lawrence, do you use my code as well, matey? I don't think I've seen you on here. Because I'm not in a rush for them, obviously. By the time we get them, they come really late. They come really late. They come after, what's the word I'm on about? Everybody seems to get them around the rest of the world before us anyway. So if they're going to beat us to it, then perfect. That's nice to know, Lawrence. I'm trying to work out because I know that I've got a solid 14 people who are constantly using it. It'd be interesting just to see. I want to say thank you to you guys in person. That's why. because all I get to see is it says my supporters DX9's Blitzwing and opinion on it. Now I don't know DX9's, but I can give you an opinion on the Star Toys one. Is that the same? Is DX9 Star Toys? DX9's small though, isn't it? So I can't give too much of an opinion on that. Typically, in fact, I know RJ, who's in the chats, is a good third-party knowledge man. Pete, who's poorly, unfortunately, he's left a message in. Adam, who is my other third-party guru. They're not in the chat typically tonight, unfortunately, guys. I wish they were. They could obviously help. If anybody else knows the answer to that, they'll go for it. Because I don't know. I know that DX9's Magic Square as well. Oh, do they? So maybe they mean the same then, RJ. If you're talking about the Star Toys version of Blitzwing, that was a stunning figure. I've had the privilege to review him as well. Fun enough for Ben's not in the chat. I forgot about Ben completely. Bless him, I've not spoke to him in ages. Started off at MP. There you go. See, I love having this. I love the fact that you guys are all in there chatting away because you're all helping me out because I don't know everything. I've already messed up saying Skybite was in Beast Wars and he wasn't. Who else is there? Everyone's gone quiet now. That gives me a chance to say that I can, as I say, catch up with it. Yeah, Fungboy, definitely have a look at the Shozy stuff, especially like for the. Are you going for the? Yeah, I said I got Cyber Shark mixed up. RJ, are you going for the? What's the word? I'm afterwards. Or the new or the original ones because they're on sale. Loads of them are on sale now, which is good. How do you feel about Transart? I saw your one review and I have a couple of great fighting getting more. Transart, which one did they do? Which ones did Transart do? Transart. Oh, the Megatron. Yes. Star Toys Blitzwing better than DX9. Oh, okay. Aaron's answering that. Aaron's my third party man as well. Transart, that Megatron figure was stunning, to be fair. It was very, very impressive. I've heard nothing but good things about them. But because, again, Beast Wars figures and Beast Wars characters, they're not like, they're not my favourites, shall we say, so I haven't really purchased many of them. I might look at to go and have more of them. Guzzy, I appreciate you jumping in anyway, mate, because yeah, I'll be seeing you at the NEC, pals. I'll see you 4 weeks tomorrow, something like that. It will be. Yeah, 5 weeks tomorrow. I'll see you at the NEC anyway. The Transmetal Megs, Ken, was absolutely stunning. It was a really good figure, really robust. Obviously, loads of die cast in it. The colour scheme on it, the chromed on it was brilliant. Yeah, great figure. Massive as well, huge. I've not seen their depth charge. I don't know, wind charger. It's gonna last at least. I think it's only fair to go on for at least half an hour or so because obviously loads of people are just jumping in, and I didn't want to just disappear. Even though there's a few, as I say, missing now. There's a few people more in the chat, which is good. And then, it's weird. It goes up and then it jumps down. I hope it's nothing that I'm saying. I'm getting tired though, so yeah, at least half an hour or so more. Anything else you want to know, wind charge? Okay, come back in a bit, wind charger. Or just leave it playing in the background. Wind charger there, who obviously didn't like EarthSpark for whatever reason it was. Ken made it. Yeah, your question about Transart, pal. So I presume I'm asking you now, Ken. Is Beast Wars your favourite, or Transmetals, are they your favourite? Because for me, I still don't know enough about them. So it's fun reviewing these figures. I'm looking at the Kang toys now. I'm really want to catch back up with them. I've done 4 of the. I think there's 8, isn't there? I've got the 2 main ones with the 2 feet to go. I've done the crab. I'm really looking forward to getting them built up. When do you think we will see a trailer for TF1? I wonder if it'll be put back. It's not really heard much about. Do you know when I'm thinking? I'm thinking. Time to snooze. Thanks, Russ. Thanks for jumping in, Ashley. Didn't even know you. I'm glad you jumped in. I'm kind of thinking that they will drop it in one of their live streams because they've got so many planned. I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but they've got 1 a week planned for March, haven't they? So I think we're going to get to see. Oh, what have I just knocked over? Another figure or something else. A to Z playlist. Peggy Lee song too. And my A to Z takes me ages. It takes me ages to do. It's tough for me besides G1. There's still, I think I worked out the other day, I think I counted the other morning, I think I've still got 17 more Bs. At least more days. No, more than that. I think I had 30 odd more days of Bs. It's insane. We're only on, we're on day 63 and I'm still only on B. So it's going to take forever to do this. But the most important thing is you guys are watching it, which is brilliant. Yeah, the trailer's got it. The trailer, I reckon it'll happen soon. It'll happen. They'll do a big special. Maybe when the funding closes for the HasLab, because I know it's only 2 weeks away, but maybe because they'll make a big song and dance about it. They'll do a live stream and then they'll say as a special treat, because it's hit all the tiers, etc. Here's a trailer for you. You would think so, wouldn't you? Because they might as well do it. Do make something special out of it. I'm sure they would. It makes perfect sense for them to do something like that because everybody's talking about it. I think the voice cast, the voice actors they've got is brilliant. Still on B, broadside, etc. What are you drinking? I'm just drinking summer fruits, buddy. It's just summer fruits, but it's in a Street Fighter glass, and there's Ken. It's just summer fruits. What was we saying then? Yeah, I don't know. Do you know, now you've just said that, I'm hoping that I've got broadside included, but I've got to have, because I've not got to that yet. Bumblebee's the one. We got road peepers, just what the fans want. We got road, what? What's road? What are you on about, RJ? I don't know what you mean by that, RJ. Wait till they get to Bumblebee. You've got Bumblebee. Hi, Darren. You've got Bumblebee Red. Then you've got Bumblebee Pretender. Then you've got Bumblebee Action Master. So there's at least 5 videos coming just for Bumblebee. And then you've got Bumble Jumper, obviously. Tomorrow, funnily enough, is Bone Crusher again, because in the UK and in Europe, we obviously had 2 versions. We had the 1991 yellow versions of them as well. So that's a separate figure. That's going to be on the list. So every Insecticon we get road pieces. I don't know what you mean by road pieces. Do you mean that for Wheeljack, the road pieces? What was I saying? I felt the Pretender Bumblebee was the best version. Well, it's a great figure, that is. But it's funny you should say that, Darren, but if you've seen my video, I'm going to call him Bumble Jumper because that's his proper name. The last thing we heard from TF1 was, I think, he was known as Bumble Jumper before they changed him to Bumper. So that's why I'm going to call him Bumble Jumper. I was just going to say something then. Yes, about the Pretender Bumblebee. The Pretender Bumblebee, the head for the Pretender Bumblebee is Cliff Jumpers. So it's funny that you should say that. It's funny that you say it's the most accurate. But if you look at the Pretender Bumblebee in a robot mold, the head for Bumblebee's Cliff Jumper, and that's one of the strange facts for that particular figure. But yeah, I point that out in the video. If I didn't have all these boxes in front of me, I'd go and grab it and show you it, to be fair. Which, as I say, it's a nice little fact there that they do that. I love the fact they do silly things like that. Pretenders, I really wish they'd do a proper Pretender. When was there an Orange Devastator? The Orange Devastator was, sure he's in now as well. The Orange Devastator Skywarp was a Generation 2, and it was a Kmart only, Kmart exclusive. And yes, I've got them. But not only have I got them loose, I've got them on card. So there is your Orange Mixmaster Generation 2 Orange one. Just see it. Yeah, one particular shop, only one shop in the US sold these particular versions. And They won't be in this A to Z, but I might do the G2 ones after, who knows. Oh, let me put this back. I'm still yet to reveal all of them, to be fair. Oh, I'm knocking everything over. That's the problem. I'd love to do G2 Bumblebee and Love of the Gold Chrome. Yeah, there's loads. There's too many. As I say, there's quite a few things that I've got knocking around on these shelves that I've not officially, I say not officially, not shown on the channel yet, but I like to keep things, you know, I like to do the unboxing videos. I'm trying not to speak really loud. I don't know who that is. Who's Tamura Morrison? Because everybody's in the bedroom behind me asleep. I say newborn, but she's not. She's nearly 2. Red Mirage was nothing to do with Transformers. Red Mirage was Diaclone, way before Transformers. So no, there's never been a legit Red Mirage. That was a knockoff. And it came in a set with, I can't think what it was called. But the scary thing is that that particular set now sells for, and I've seen it twice because we've watched it in the Discord group for the channel members. We've got, oh wow, of course he is, yes. That's, do you know, I'm Moana's dad. What was I saying? Mango Fett, yeah, Mango Fett, Django Fett. So I'm Moana's dad. What was I saying? Yeah, I put myself off now. Oh, what was I saying? That particular set in Japan, they on their Japanese auction sites, the last two have sold for £35,000, which is what, 43 US dollars, 43k USD. That's how rare it is, that particular set. We talk about it a lot. I can't think what it's called. I think it's called, anyhow, it's got the Red Mirage in. It's got a couple of it and 2 other figures in it, and it sells for insane money. And that's another reason why I don't collect Diaclone, guys, because that's just insane. And I can't compete with that. I can't even get anywhere near that. Speaking of value, what do you think of G1 values will be like in 20 years from now? We are all in retirement age. Hopefully they'll keep going up. Yeah, hopefully they'll keep going up. I don't know. I'm gonna have that dilemma of what do I do. Say that as well. That's not, RJ, I thought you'd gone to bed, but I love the fact you're still there. I'm going back to Cyberframe. Yeah, that's why loads of my friends and loads of my, I suppose, people who I talk to in the fandom, they did start collecting Diaclone, but then you just they made a joke, and it's so true. It's not my joke, it's their joke. A Diaclone car will cost you as much as a real car. Yeah, it really will. The Marlboro Wheeljack goes for what, 4 or 5k? Literally, legitimately 4 or 5k for a Marlboro Wheeljack. Literally it does. I've seen it. There's a few Japanese auction sites that I'm always looking at just to keep an eye on things, just to keep an idea of what I think these values are. But like I said, in the Discord that I've got, so you see that there's a lot of people in the chat and they've got stickers next to their name. We've got this Discord, and we keep looking out for things for each other, and Diaclone pop up all the time, and the prices are insane. Like, as I say, the blue streak's quite rare, but it's nothing. Yellow Trailbreaker goes for like £9,000. It's stupid. There was a guy who recently was selling off his figures. I've got a price list that did anybody see it on the Facebook group? He probably one of the best Diaclone collections known to anybody, and he was literally selling them all off, and the prices were just, and they were just going like that, like that, like that, like that. People were just buying them one after the other, because the problem you've got now is that, like somebody's just talked about, the value that people buy vintage toys instead of putting money in the bank, because obviously the money on a vintage toy tends to go up in value more than what it does in the bank. So the problem that you've got is you've got these really rich guys now that I can't compete with, and most, well, let's just say 99.9995% of the world can't compete with it. There's this one guy, you can just check out his Facebook, to be fair. You'll see exactly what I'm on about. His name is Ling Zhu. and he just buys everything. Literally just buys everything because he's incredibly rich and he just can't afford to. And he's it's a little bit annoying, but as a person, I've spoke to him a few times and he seems okay. But I know he annoys loads. Luckily enough, he doesn't buy the things that I buy, so I wouldn't like him then. But yeah, I know that he annoys loads of people just because he's got the money and he just buys it. He just buys everything. He's got 4 or 5 of most things that you won't even see once. It does, to be fair. Some of the stuff is just insane. You just can't. Like people have said to me, what about, because I've got all the G1 figures, but there's the VSX set, which is Optimus and Megatron together in a Japanese box. And what was I saying? And that sells for 20k, so I can't get anywhere near it. I can beat that number, Eastman, easily, because he included comics. He included comics in it as well, which again is his Transformers items, not just figures. And the reason why I've not done it, and the reason why I've had a few things, I've had a few. The reason why I don't want to do it is because I've had a few. It started a couple of years ago when I started this. I suppose journalists and that, they wanted to come round and they wanted to film it all. And I know it's hypocritical because I'm on a camera talking to you guys now and I do videos on it, but the particular journalists in question, they're a bit more pushy. They wanted all my family in it. They wanted exact values of things. They wanted to say where I lived and all that sort of stuff. Now, you guys know I live in the UK, but that's okay. That's fine. Some of you know that I live in Telford, which is fine because you don't know where that is. But if I was on like a national page, you know what I mean? If I was on like a national news spread and someone just saw it, think I know him, I know where he lives. It just doesn't do me any favors, does it? But I appreciate your enthusiasm, and yeah, it's nice. Thanks. I've had loads of people doing the same. You need to do it. You need to do it. Which it would be nice, but it also, I think, puts a target on your back. I mean, that poor chap as well. I've got so much respect for him. A, for doing it because I think it's great, but then like all he had, I don't know if you saw it because it was on TFW 2005. You had loads of people going, "I've got more than that. I've got more than that. That's not fair," and all this sort of stuff. And I don't. I think I probably have, but I'm just buzzing for him because at the end of the day, it's just another collector who's got an amazing collection. He's really proud of it. And I think it looks good, and you know, hats off to anybody. There's loads of people who I speak to who've got crazy collections, but they don't even show it off, which is really nice. That's the beauty of this collecting game, innit? We do what we want with it. For me, I started to show it off because it was like, and I don't want to use that word either, show it off, because I don't want it to become. Yeah, that's exactly literally what I was just about to say, Fung Boy. I don't want it to become. Excuse me. Don't want it to come across like I'm actually showing off. So when I mean showing off, I mean I'm sharing it with you guys. I'd much rather get the messages from people who say, it's really nice that you've done a video on that because no one else has, or people have got it and they lock them away and don't share them with anybody, or people, exactly that reason. I'd much rather people say, and people do say, people in the comments, people in the chat now have said, look, they love to live through my collection vicariously. But like you're right, sometimes it does become bragging rights. I'll put something up again on Instagram and someone will put, oh, mine's better than that, or I've got a sealed one or whatever, but I don't care. It's definitely like, it doesn't definitely feel like you would be taking a risk. You see, that's exactly that cyber frame. I mean, it's not bad enough, as I say, but it's insane. I'm not stupid. And the other thing as well is I know that, you know, they're worth something. So the last thing I want to do is be like, with you guys, it's great. Yeah, that's it. That's what I do. Oh, wind charge is back. I'm buzzing about other people's collections. I think it's great. I buzz about everybody's, but as I say, the thing that I started to do this mainly was for that reason. And a few people who aren't in the chat, what's his name? He normally jumps in Retro UK, like the Action Master Bombshell. No one's done a video on that. No, like Battle Gaia. Loads of them, people are like, it's great that you actually do this, because some people who own them won't do that. People who own them, they keep them in it. You know, they won't. What's the word I'm on about? They won't show it up. See, that's the wrong word. Share it. They won't share it with people. They won't do videos. They won't take pictures. They just keep it for themselves. Whereas I'd rather, Scourge's Optimus Prime's back as well. I'd rather do that. I'd rather say, here it is, because it helps people, because you can then find things yourself. Like with that, with the Megatron, with the Dark Chrome, I've made so many people like, oh my God, I've got this version. I didn't even realise it existed. Thanks for letting me know. Same with the Prime, with the bumpers and all that sort of stuff. If I can educate you guys as much, and then then it's fun. Like Fun Boys just said, you know, when you're competing against really rich people who just buy everything, it isn't fun. But if I can arm you with that bit of knowledge, that you might see one of my figures and think, I really want that, then obviously they might not know that, and then you could, you know, you can find these little gems anywhere without having to know or having to search for these really high-end priced figures, because some of them are now, some of them, because so many people know what they are and they know what they're looking for, and some of the prices are just insane. In a way, Skywarp, I wish I'd have done something like that. I know people who only do season 1 and 2. I know people who only do up to the movie. I know people who only do seasons 1 to 4. And I love their things. I love what you share, and how you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do. I do like to bring it and get it out of there, and do the best I can to get them in videos. I've been doing this. I can't believe I've been doing this 4 years this month now. So for something that just literally started off as a bit of fun, talking to you guys all around the world, meeting people, chatting to, you know, people in Hasbro, people who make the figures, is just a ridiculous feeling, and it's nice to know that I do come across like that, because obviously I don't want people to think that was my other concern. My other concern was Asterion won the draw. I didn't want people to just think, oh, Bone Crusher's all one word, so he's not out of order. Is it? Have I gone out of order again? No, I've done it in a thingy. No, it's not out of order. Bone Crusher's next. What was I saying? Because I've got the figures that some people want and some people can't find. I didn't want to be like, this isn't. I'm losing track of what I'm saying. Everyone's jumping in. So in all what you've got, yeah, that's what I was basically saying. That it is nice to show you guys what there is out there, especially with the Japanese stuff, because it's so rare. Will I pub the alphabetical at least that you're using for shorts? I don't know. Now, you see, I've got some friends who did. Unfortunately, one of the ones they did pretty much like the guidebooks, and they listed everything, and they did a Kickstarter, and they started a book, and they got the first initial books printed. This was including all the Japanese ones, and then just before they went to press, they were given a cease and desist order. So I don't know. That's what I was saying before. I was saying that because I've started this, I've met loads of people, and you know, again, as I said, all crazy things have happened to me, like chatting to Hasbro and stuff. So it's nuts. It's nuts that happens, and I'm really fortunate. Really fortunate. I don't know what's happened there. The whole thing's just dropped out. Got my power went out, and I need to conserve battery. No problem, Scourge's Optimus Prime. I do these every month, mate. So I'll be doing another one in about 4 weeks or so, anyway. It looks like loads of people's powers went out. But we're way past hour and a half. I've got a little while till Wind Charger comes up. I don't know what he means with that. But with regards to the A to Z, as I say, I've pretty much, the hardest thing for the A to Z for me to do was not do every single variant, because otherwise that would take forever. So what I decided to do was just mainline versions. Oh yeah, you've got ages before Wind Charger comes up. Ages. I've still not played that game. No, I need to. But the only thing that I have put in that is slightly different variants is the Takara versions, and the reason why I've done that is because some of them are different for obvious reasons. Like, funnily enough, it's coming up soon. When we get to Buzzsaw, the Hasbro version of Buzzsaw that was released with Soundwave is different to the Takara one. So I've put that in because the actual figures are different. Rather than, I didn't want to just do you know, all the set like an Optimus Prime, because there's a million different Optimus Primes. When I get to him, it's just going to be a normal one. But when I get to Power Master Optimus Prime, that's slightly different, because of course one's Jinrai and one's Power Master Optimus Prime. Now, although they look the same, Jinrai's got a metal cab, whereas obviously Power Master Optimus Prime only has a plastic cab. So for that reason, he's going to have his own separate short, because he's not only is he a completely different character, his toy is different as well. Whereas if it's something like Hosehead, whose name in Super God Master Force is Cab, the toy is identical, so I'm just going to keep it as just the one, just under Hosehead, rather than just do Cab and Hosehead. I've not played any of them, but they're going to do toys on Thingy, aren't they? They're going to be making toys for, what's it called? Devastation, like the Studio Series Gamer. They're going to be doing them for Devastation, which is great. Pardon me. Right, I'm going to be going for probably about another 5-10 minutes or so, because loads of people have started to leave. It is very late in the UK, so we'll just, as I say, carry on another 5 or 10 minutes or so, guys. It's great that you've all been here though since we started. We've been going over an hour and a half. Toy Fair is coming up. Do you know the date? I want to try and make it. Cyber Frame. It is April the 7th, which is the first Sunday, and I am there doing a toy stand. So I'll be selling off some of my collection, some of my doubles, some of my things that I don't need anymore. With 3 other people, we've got a huge stretch of 4 tables. It's definitely the first Sunday of April, so keep an eye out. Come and say hello. Definitely come and say hello. It'd be nice to meet you in person. And of course, if you're after actually buying figures, I'm not just saying that because I'm selling mine, but Space Bridge is there as well, and he's always got some amazing stuff. But between the 4 of us that we've got there, I'll be selling a mix of G1 and new stuff. Magnum Prime's going to be selling some G1. Transformers UK Collector, who was in the chat, he's going to be selling Generations figures, and Pete, who's normally in the chat but he's poorly this week, he's going to be selling RID and Armada stuff. So there's going to be a huge choice from the tables from us anyway, and then of course just all the other regular sellers that are there as well. I'm going to Windcharger. I'm just I haven't backed it yet, but I definitely will be. Purely because it looks good, and the other good reason is I don't know enough about it. I need to know who to blame for my financial debt. We've all got it. It's just good that, look, let's be honest, as long as you can afford to pay your bills and put food on your table, so be it. That's the way I look at my stuff. And you'll probably find the more that you get Windcharger, like I've just said with my stuff, you tend to just cycle it. You just get some you get some stuff, you sell it, and then you get new ones. They knew, well, I've got Fire Convoy. See, I haven't got a Fire Guts. Oh, you know that one. I thought you meant Fire Guts Jinrai. That's the one I need. That's my e-hobby. He's top of my e-hobby list. There's about 4 figures from e-hobby that I still need, and he's number 1. But yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The good thing is that with these, they always reappear. With the HasLab, it's slightly more difficult. I think with the HasLab, you know, especially the fact you got to pay up front, but at least you guarantee it. And let's be honest, if you are talking, like somebody was talking earlier about the values of figures and stuff, let's be honest, yeah, the HasLabs always go up. The HasLabs don't go down at all. So that's a great thing. Right, last couple of minutes on here then, guys. Coming up to 10 past midnight where I am. I really appreciate everybody who's jumped in, everybody who's said hello, everyone take care. Always nice hanging around. It's great having you on here, Darren, as well. As I say, I do these quite a lot. I'm looking for an Optimus and Starscream. They're on my wish list. I can ask Paul to see if he's got them, but I don't know. I mean, the best thing about it, Cyberframe, is there's loads of stores there. Now, granted, they're not all Transformers, but there's loads of stores. And you never know what you might find there, to be fair, which is good. So yeah, well, again, it's 6 weeks away. The other good thing as well is if somebody hasn't got one, I'll introduce you to a friend of mine who will be there you'll be looking for a smooth bumper prime. Good luck. Then yeah, I'll introduce you to him. Wish we could hang out at TFCon in LA next weekend. That's really nice of you. I will definitely make it out at some point. I'm not going to say within the next year or so. My kids are too young, but I will definitely be making it out at some point. I don't know when, but I will of course give you more than enough notice, and then we will meet. We'll have a meet up definitely, because that's just the best thing about doing all this. What was I saying? Yeah, I'll introduce you to Paul at the Space Bridge, and he can source pretty much anything, to be fair. So he'll find you some Machine Wars, I think he just asked for. So yeah, thanks Bayverse. Dara's jumping out. Right guys, as I say, you can all feel free to just jump out now. Then I won't have to end it. It was very nice chatting to you all. G1 Blue Streak, I think my friend is selling one of them. Message me on, either leave a comment in here, leave a comment in the main comments, not in the chat, and I'll see if he's got one, and then I can reply to you. So yeah, we'll go with that. Great stuff, guys. Thank you for jumping in anyway. Really appreciate it. Thank you for jumping in, Lawrence. Thank you to everybody who's watched this. Thank you to everybody who uses my show's eco. Don't forget it. It's Toys R Us, all one word. Thank you to anybody who's going to be a channel member. Don't forget, if you want to be a channel member, all you got to do is click the link, and then you get a chance to win figures and everything else with all the other perks. It's great chatting to you all, though, guys. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, wherever you are, and I'll jump in with you all soon. Great stuff. Thanks, Ken. Really appreciate all the support, mate. Really appreciate it. I'll be chatting with you all very, very soon. Right, there we go. I'm going to broke, but it'll be worth it for history. Yes, it will. You've got to get it. Definitely get it. Nice cyber frames. See you in 4 weeks.